Hi, and welcome into the Creative Tech Studio. My name is Ken, and today we're going to show you how to create a simple pivot table. Let's dive in. So here you can see I have a lot of data related to sock sales. And what it shows is the sales date, the salesperson, the store location, the color of the sock, and the number of pairs that were sold. I want to be able to do an analysis to see maybe how many pairs of socks each salesperson has sold, what location they come from, the colors, the sales date. So I want to take these 500 rows and I want to analyze them using a pivot table. So the first step is I need to select the data that I want to analyze. And to do that in Google Sheets, you just need to select any cell within the data source. Once you do that, you come up to the top where it says Insert and then select Pivot Table. Google will ask you, where do you want to create that pivot table? And I just want to have a separate sheet in this Google Sheet, so I select New Sheet and I hit Create. And at the bottom, you'll see it opens up a new pivot table. Pivot tables are exactly the way they sound. They're a table. You want to create rows down the side, columns across the top, and values in the middle. So you have to envision what you want this table to look like. So my first pivot table, I want to show the names of the salespeople down the left-hand side and the colors of the socks across the top, and I want to see the values. So how many pairs of blue socks has each salesperson sold? So the way to do that is I come over to the right side, and you can see I have rows, columns, values, and filters. The first thing is I said I want to have salespeople down the left-hand side. So I take the salesperson field and I drag it over and drop it into the rows section. So you can see it's now added my salespeople down the left-hand side. Across the top, I want to put the colors of sock. So I take colors and I move it into the columns area. And then I want to show values. So how many pairs of these colors of socks has each of these salespeople sold? So I can take the pairs sold and come down and drop it into the values section. Okay, and now you can see it is totaled up from all of that data. It has totaled up the numbers of socks sold by color for each salesperson. But wait, there's more. Let's say I wanted to sort my data in a little bit of a different way. So for example, if I don't want to have the salesperson be the first sort, instead I want store location to be the first sort. What I can do in that case is take store location and drag it above salesperson in the rows area. And now you can see it's sorting first by store location, then by salesperson. If I want to then sort it by color, I can take the color from the columns area and drag it up underneath salesperson. So now my data is showing store location, then salesperson, and then colors by salesperson. And it actually has totaled up the different sections as well. Now let's say I want to add across the top of my table all the dates when the pairs of socks were sold. So what I can do is I can go over to sales date and drag it into the columns section, and bam, it has now added the dates of sale for every individual sock purchase. But that's not what I want. That's too much data. That's too granular. What I would really love to do is bundle these dates into the months that they were sold. So here's how you add a pivot date group. You come up to the date field, you right-click and select Create Pivot Date Group, and then you can select one of these ways to bundle your dates. In this case, I'm going to choose months. I choose months, and it has now bundled all of that data into month columns. Very, very powerful. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions and comments, please add them below. Please like and please subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the Creative Tech Studio.